Sup? Okay. This is the 200 subscriber special, and let me just shout out a few people out. Not too much. Subscribe to this guy, okay? And this guy, and yes, he does have videos. Yeah. And last but not least, this guy. This guy was kind of baking. I don't know. But yeah, I still give him a shout out. So yeah, as you see, as you hear, I got my hands on a mic. Like a decent mic, you could say. So yeah, let's get straight into the story. Yeah, plus I got my hands on a laptop. Yeah, plus, Dad, Luffy. Where should we start? Actually, where should we start? And remember, this is my 200 special. Plus, you guys gotta have to click. Hold on. Sorry. I had to fix up the thumbnail. Because I accidentally forgot to add on what if Luffy was overpowered. Stupid me. Just kidding. I don't care. Luffy is gonna be overpowered to the max. Like, yeah. He's gonna be more overpowered than what if Deku was overpowered slash badass. Yeah, he's gonna be more overpowered than that. Like, ooh, you know. And I'll explain what Luffy's gonna get. He's going to get the over no me. It means overpowered. No me. Overpowered, don't mess with me. And plus it'll make him bad. It'll make him a badass. This is gonna be fun. Plus I actually watched a little bit of the first season of One Piece. Only the first season, so yeah. That's why I couldn't do any what if Luffy. I mean, like One Piece. What else? Because I haven't watched the series, but I did read it, but haven't watched it. Yeah. Nah. I know where to start. Let's get to this let's get to this. Yeah, I know where to start. We started when Luffy was a little kid, and he was at that town. Yeah, Luffy was just a normal kid, like doing normal kid stuff. But he had a big jaw for some reason. I'm just kidding. He had a big mouth. Yeah, and when he was pretty much 5, 6, I don't know. I don't care. Um, a a pirate ship came to the village, and that with obviously pirates in there, and that's obviously Shanks. Shanks can go there, and he has a treasure chest. It's yeah, and this one people that doesn't pay much attention to the over no me because it's it's kind of weak in their opinion. But no one has an 8 in it because it's not good. It's really trash in their opinion. I don't know why, but let's just say the Delphi users, they could sense how strong a Delphi is, and when they try and sense how strong the over Nomi is, it doesn't come up with anything, so it's pretty much trash in their opinion, and like no, everyone says don't eat it. It's trash. It will give you trash abilities, but it's like a 30-degree turn if you eat it. No one has eaten it, but one person ate it, and his name was Goldie Roger. He ate the devil fruit, and he gotten a strong amount of abilities. He could bend the wind itself. He could bend the earth itself. It's like he had unmeasurable abilities. And when he died at, I forgot what the name is. The devil fruit, it changed. It never stays the same devil fruit. It changes its form. Yeah, so that's why no one knows it. That's what Goldie Roger's devil fruit. Everyone is looking for it. Everyone's looking for his devil fruit. Can't find it. Don't know why. Can't find it. The hell? That's whatever. They think it's a part of the treasure, like the One Piece. And they think if you find One Piece, you find Goldie Rogers, devil fruit, and if you eat it, you get godly powers. Yeah, that's basically true. Ish, not because the devil fruit's not there. Shanks actually has it, and Shanks doesn't know it's Goldie Rogers devil fruit. He just has it because it's good to have a spare devil fruit, just in case. I don't know, just in case anything happens. Plus, yeah. They could. Shanks gets to the island. He brings out the treasure. He goes to a shop, and with his crew, he barges in and says, "Oh, hello to the coffee. I mean, the shop owner, that lady. I guess I think that's what." And she says, "Oh, hi." And they have a chat because they know each other. Each other, and yeah, oh yeah, they, mm, uh, mm, 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 Shanks sit down, and he sees a boy with white, very short. He looks like a 6'5" I don't know. And he says, "Oh, hi, who are you?" And Luffy says, "Don't underestimate me. My punches is faster than a pistol. And my name is Luffy. Um, Luffy D. Roger. Nah, Luffy D. Monkey D. Luffy. And I'm going to be the next Pirate King." And Luffy, Luffy for some reason wants to be a pirate. He doesn't know why. Every time Garp hears he wants to be the Pirate King, he puts him in harsh, devilish training. And he says, "Nope, you'll be a Marine, you little boy." And so on. And Shanks bits out his, I don't know, his drink, and he says, and he starts laughing. He says, "You scrawny kid." Oh wow, you're so funny, kid. And everyone in his crew starts laughing, and out of anger, Luffy looks at the box, he opens it, and out of anger, frustration, he eats it. And like Shanks sees Luffy eats it, and he says, "Oh crap, kid!" And then and Shanks couldn't even say anything. Luffy gobbled the whole entire fruit like it was a, I don't know, small fruit. He just ate it in one go. And Shanks did the same thing in canon. He tried and get it out of Luffy, and yeah. While he was trying to get it out, what ability should I give him? Why not? Luffy phased through his hand, bumping down on the floor on his face flat. And Luffy says, "Ow!" And Shanks says, "Oh shoot! Hey, kid!" And then he gets out of his confusion phase and says, "Kid, you know you're supposed to not eat that." Luffy says, "What?" And like, Shanks explains about devil fruit and how it will give you not the abilities to swim. And like, Luffy says, my bad." And Shanks says, and smacks him in the head and at the back of his head. Says, "My bad? Okay, kid. Okay, you gotta get it soon." And Luffy says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And like, while that was happening, while Shanks was having a good laugh, the bandits appeared. The same bandits, in canon. Like, yeah, the same thing happens. But when the bandits was about to walk out, Luffy shouts out, saying, "Hey, you can't get away with this! I will beat your ass up." I say that. And the guy, the leader, looks back and says, "And who are you exactly?" Luffy says, "Oh, who, me? I am Monkey D. Luffy, the future Pirate King." And like, the like, the bandits starts bulging and laughter, like they're crying, they're laughing their asses off. And they say, "You little kid," and like the guy was kind of pissed off because yeah, and he says, "Okay, since you're the next Pirate King," and he's obviously joking, and he says, "Come on," and then he goes for a hit. Luffy goes, but Luffy dodges. He manipulates darkness, and goes his hand into darkness, like uppercut the air, and then like a huge black and purple, like black, he uppercut the air with a black orb, and then he catches it. He gets in a pitching stance, and then he throws the ball, and then it hits the guy, and the guy says, "What the hell is this?" And then he starts laughing, and Nicky says, "Shut up." And like, something took over him. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a thing. He crushes his hand and says, 100 divine flames. And then like 100 like black flames surrounds the guy, going upwards and breaking the ceiling and burning the guy. And then the guy got knocked out. And he has like 20-30 degree burns on his face to kneecap. And the guy and bandits were like saying, "Oh shit, monster!" And then they start running out. And Luffy says, and like before they could even run out, they I'm gonna just twist the story a little bit. Every bandit from their team, kind of like stomped on Shanks. And even though Shanks still laughed it out, Luffy says, "You're not kidding. You guys are not. You guys are gonna pay for this." And then like, his he started to, and he started to steam, and like, since this is what if Deku was Luffy was overpowered, he's already on gear 1. And yeah, he has, I don't know how much abilities. He's already on gear 1. And like he's gear 1, Rubber Man, I guess. I don't know what it's gear 1's form named. And then like he disappeared. He like there's a guy who was about to get out of the shop. He punches him on like the chin, making him flying upwards. He kicks the next guy. He disappears in light speed, and then he hurricanes kick the next guy, and then he carries on beating the hell out of every single bandit. And then he disappeared, reappears on the chair, and drinks. And let's just say this all happened in a flash. And then 1-2 second delay happened, and then like they all like get, I don't know how much. They all get bruises. They all get flying up, sideward, side, side. Like they get flown everywhere, and then the last bit they get flown all the way on the ground. And they got flown outside, and it kind of broke the ceiling. And Deku looks at the ceiling. He crushes his hand again, and wood appears. It patching up the ceiling where the holes were. And Shanks, everyone was shocked. They had the anime jaw drop. Yeah, that stuff like birth. And this probably might be a 1 hour series. So yeah, it's gonna be until I'll be working on the series. But I'm pretty sure that what if Deku was overpowered as badass will still continue. And I will bring back what if Deku had toxin, and what if Deku was L plus I see someone wants part 3 for what if Naruto was overpowered, so damn, a lot of people. And I will do the final part of what if Naruto was banished from the leaf. Final part. Yeah. So a lot of things that happened today. Okay. And as you wish, you guys have wished this, I will destroy the leaf. Spoilers. Let's carry on with the what if. Shanks still has his jaw drop, and he says, Luffy. And that scene reminded him of Goldie Roger. Goldie Roger used the light fruit. He also used the dark fruit. He also used the wood fruit. Shanks said Luffy. And then he remembers the color of the fruit. And yes, remember when I said it takes different forms? Yeah, the Dofre after the owner dies. Yeah, it did take a different form, but the color stayed the same. And he remembers the fruit being rainbow. And he said, "Oh," and then he spits out the beer he had on, and he says, Captain's fruit. Devil fruit. And then, like, he looks up, and then he sees Deku on a pole. He runs out of the store with his men following him, but just walking. No, his men are just still drinking. And, like, still has the Joel's job a little bit, but they still carry on with the party. Shanks walks out, and then he sees Luffy on top of a rooftop. Him having 9 tails. And Luffy stands up. He was on a Assassin's Creed stance, you know, how they bend down. I mean, like, knee down. Yeah. Luffy puts his 2 hands up like a cross, and then he shouts out, "I'm going to be the next Pirate King, and no one's gonna stop me." And Shanks gets an eye. He starts crying a little bit, but he erupts out into tears and without no one knowing. And yes, I'm gonna dab on the haters. Shanks doesn't lose his arm in this one because I feel kind of sad for the guy. Yeah, I kind of feel kind of sad for the guy. You know, he was one of my favorite characters in One Piece, to be honest. Luffy, let's get back into what if. Luffy looks back. He sees Shanks. He sees Shanks with a little bit of tears and smiling at the same time. Luffy is smiling as well. Luffy disappears light speed and reappears down. Luffy still has 9 tails. And if you don't know, this is the 9 tails devil fruit. The 9-tailed devil fruit that lady has. I don't know what her name is. Can't be bothered. And yeah, Shanks says you'll make a fine pirate. And he puts his head on Shanks. He takes off the straw hats and puts it on Luffy's head. And then he gives that speech. This hat means more to me than ever. This hat, is special, you know. I'll risk my life for it. And when you become a fine captain, pirate, give this hat back to me, will ya? And Shanks smiling. Luffy starts tearing up. Luffy, he's looking down. He's tearing. And he says, "Yes, I will." And Shanks says, "Don't worry. Make sure you return that hat in fine condition." And Luffy says, yes, I will." And this is the day where they leave. The Shanks' crew appears. And then Shanks says, "Come on, red pirates. We shall go. We have to go now. We have unfinished business to do with some other people." And they say, alright. So, and before they leave, Usopp's father wraps his hand around Luffy and says, and he's still drunk, and he keeps saying, "Hey, Luffy, have you ever heard of my son, Usopp?" Luffy says, yes, you idiot. You told me this 100 times. Usopp's father says, nah, you haven't heard of him, I guess. Yeah, I'll tell you about him again. And he tells him a full story about him again. And then he leaves. And like before they could leave, sail off, Luffy starts running. He runs in unordinary speed. He runs to the top of the I don't know, the back of the thing, and he says, "I want out. Can I come with you, Shanks?" Shanks says, "No, it's too dangerous for you." Luffy says, "No, it's not. Here, see, I am a man." And he grabs out a small, very small knife, and he cuts him on the bottom of his eyes, just like in canon. And Shanks says, "Ah, you freaking idiot. You're still not coming." And Luffy says, "No, what? Come on." And Shanks said, "No. The seas is not here for fun. The seas doesn't accept people." No, shit. Wrong sentence. The sea accepts everyone, but the hatred doesn't accept kids. I shall not risk. I shall not make you come to this journey. Remember what I said. Make your crew, but be a fine pirate. Make sure to look after my hat in clean condition, and make sure when you return it, you are a fine pirate." Luffy says, "Yes." And Luffy says, "I will miss you, Shanks." Shanks says, "Yes, I will miss you too. Next time." Luffy says, "Next time." And then they part ways. Luffy is at and then Garp comes after Shanks leaves. Garp takes Luffy to where Sabo and Ace is. Everything happens the same, but when when Luffy needs to catch up to Ace, run after Ace, he actually catch up pretty easy using his light speed that he obtained. And like Luffy says, "Oh hey," and then Ace says, "Ah, who are you? You Marine?" And he goes for a punch. Luffy like the punch goes through Luffy, and like three different substance like things: fire, dark, ice. Fire, dark, and darkness. Fire, light, darkness. And they like Ace says, "What?" And then like he tries and go for a kick, and like Luffy disappears, reappears on top on a branch, and when Luffy looks up, Ace is already gone. And yeah, and this one Ace is he's a little bit stronger. He's faster as well. Yeah, like Ace is gone where Sabo is. Sabo Ace comes and says, "Hey, Sabo." Sabo says, "Yeah, yes, Ace." And he tells Sabo about Luffy. Sabo's pretty interested. And he says, they probably might eat in one of those things called devil fruits. If Ace says, "You thoughts? Yeah. If you think?" If Sabo says, "Ah, yeah, probably." And they said, "Ah, yes, I did eat a devil fruit." And they look back and they see Luffy. He's hanging on a branch, and Sabo tries and Sabo swings his crowbar, and Luffy disappears and reappears at the back. Reappears on the ground. He's just chillaxing, and he still has that big ass smile on his face. And he says, "Can you guys please stop? I just want to be friends." And Ace still doesn't trust him. Sabo doesn't, because he's the son of the Marines. And after that, they started to get along anyways. And while they were getting along, Luffy asks what their dream is. They both say we want to become I want to become the Pirate King at the same time. Luffy says, "Oh, really? Same as here, same here." And Ace says, "Ah, damn." And we time skip. This is the day the day when Sabo is going. Sabo goes, and the same thing happens with I don't know, that one guy who shoots down Sabo's thing ship, but it goes different. Luffy sees that and he gets mad. He goes into gear. Luffy, this devil fruit, the over OP no me, it's actually something to not be messed with. You get mastery over anything you see in sight. And we flash back. Shanks is training at the village. Luffy is watching and he sees Shanks use a sword and haki. Shanks is training his haki on as much as he can before he leaves and in order to flash. And Shanks sees Luffy and he says, "Get out of it, come here, kid." And Luffy says, "Yes." And that's the first time they met. And yeah. So yeah. Luffy knows haki. And he already mastered haki because remember, this is one of Luffy was overpowered, so I can do whatever I want. So Luffy is mad. And like Ace sees Luffy getting madder and madder and madder. And then he sees Luffy go into gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. I'm pretty sure it's gear 3. And then I'm pretty sure. Wait, did he ever? Whatever. I'm pretty sure gear 4 is Snake Man and like Tank Man and all that. Luffy goes um Luffy goes to stage 4, and then Ace sees the change of Luffy when he sees Sabo die. He sees that, and Luffy he uses Snake Man in this, and he combines the Snake Man with the Dark Fruit, making the Dark Snake Man. And then he combines it with fire, the haki part of it, fire. And then he combines it with light. And Luffy gets madder and madder. And then like a different form starts to appear. It went to Snake Man into a fox man. It's pretty much it's like this. Luffy gets 9 tails, and those 9 tails can turn into haki. And Luffy is still mad. He disappears in Ace's sight, and he appears on the boat that pretty much blew up Sabo's boat. But we have another flashback. Luffy, Ace, and Sabo is sitting down. They both cheers and they drink. I'm pretty sure I don't know what it is. And then they drink, and that was the brother thingy. I think that's their brother thing. And Luffy gets another flashback on the first time he met Sabo, and how he had to save Sabo from his family. And we get another flashback of when Ace still didn't trust him, but they soon get along. And we have another flashback with Sabo and Luffy trying to get along with Ace Sabo. But yeah. And Luffy, he's doing this unconsciously. All he can do is have the flashbacks. He appeared on top of the boat. He starts doing a gum light, dark, fire, barrage. He throws a barrage of punches and Fox Tails goes down. It destroying the dragon's guy and killing the guy who ordered to shoot Sabo. And when Luffy gets finished beating every single one of them, in Luffy's mind, for safe measures, he bites his hand, making and turning into I'm pretty sure the fat mode. I don't know, tank mode. I think. And then he bites his hand again, and blows oxygen into the muscle, making it larger and larger, and throws it down. The punch down, exploding the ship into smithereens. Luffy turns into a fox, and light speed, he disappears to the boat where Sabo got poof shot. Luffy is looking everywhere for Sabo. He's in his human form. He got out of his unconsciousness. He's looking now. He doesn't care what happened. He's looking for his brother. He's still looking. He's thinking, where is he? He should have find him by now. But Luffy thinks Sabo's body blew up with those cannons. And Luffy screamed. He screams out Sabo's name. And the guy who's here, a guy in a dark green cloak, tattoos on his left hand, left face, and I think right face, yeah, right of part of his face, and his hair going backwards. He hears his son, Monkey D. Luffy, screaming out the guy he just saved his name. This scream is heard across the ground everywhere in the world. Even Whitebeard heard it. He hears it as a sound of a new era. He hears it, and he smiles. He hears he knows it's a hate, but he knows a new era has come. He smiles, Whitebeard, and he laughs. His son, which is his sons, the whole crew. The Phoenix guy comes down with his fiendish form. He turns into his human form and says, "Father, is there something funny?" And Leaf Whitebeard says, "Hmm." And Whitebeard gets up off his seat. He shouts out, "A new era has come." And it is a face. This was directly going to Luffy. Luffy hears Whitebeard, and he's still crying. And he understands that word, the two words, a new era has come. Luffy has much to learn. And that's the end of the video. I'll see you later. Peace.